Well, hey everybody, it's me, your girl Lex and well, today is Thursday. We are just one day closer to Friday, baby. Yes, honey. So I thought I'd come outside in the garden. Yes, it's such a beautiful day. You guys, I do not want to seem braggadocious. I know there are some of you who are snowed in still and it's cold. But honey, it has been running 74, 75 degrees here. Today is supposed to be 77, almost 80 degrees. Can you imagine that? Yes, honey. So the sun has been shining. It's been so beautiful. Just gorgeous. For those of you who are still snowed in, I am so sorry. I know. I hate it. But anywho, so here is the outfit of the day, baby. Let me tell y'all a little bit about this outfit. This jacket gave me a fit. So this jacket is one of another new pattern that I got, and it actually is for the curvy girls. So it's a bit big on me, so I put this belt on. And on the front it's supposed to have some faux like buttons or snaps or whatever on it, but I didn't do all of that because I wanted this fur around my collar, honey. And so I folded it down. I am probably going to make another one. I'm just going to probably adjust the pattern a little bit smaller, so that the coat won't be quite as big. But it is really cute. But I tell you what, it gave me a fit. It has facing on it. And y'all, I am not the greatest at doing facing. And so I've been struggling with facing on a couple of these patterns that I just been working on. But I'm going to get it. It's not going to defeat me. I did eventually get it worked out. So hopefully the next one I make will be easier. This was the first. You know, anytime I make the first outfit off of a new pattern, it always gives me a fit. So anywho, here you have it. Yes, honey. Now, I'm going to take this jacket off because I want you to see the outfit that I made to go with this jacket underneath. So hold on. All right, so here you have it. Now, for us enhanced busty girls, we're busting out the seams up here. But for those of you who are not enhanced, it will fit. So the bottom half is purple leather crop pants, and I added the halter top to it to make it a one-piece suit. And then I added the belt. Isn't that just cute and sexy? Nice hot summer outfit, right? Yes, honey. So anywho, there you have it. So today I'm going to sew my outfit for tomorrow. And then that will be it for the sewing. I am going to get out here and do some crafting. Um, I need to do some touch-up paint on Darren's truck. I finally got it painted, but I need to do some touch-up work on it. So I'm going to work on that. And I need to finish hanging up all of these clothes in these binges, these storage containers. And so I want to finish that because sometime this weekend we will be filming so that we have enough footage for when I am on vacay next week. Don't forget, Monday is the big day. We pull out for vacay in the RV. And we are just going a little ways up the road, about an hour outside of Savannah, to a new state park that we haven't been to. We love the state parks, guys. It gives you the most privacy and scenery, and it's just so gorgeous and relaxing. So we'll be up there for a week. Okay. And of course, you know, me and the gang are going, and the weather is slated to be decent. So we're going to, and it's supposed to be on a lake. So we're going to try the boating thing again. That's why I got to get Darren's truck finished because he will not be tearing up my truck. Honey, So we'll take the four-wheeler. I want to try to get it painted. We don't want it pink. Sorry for the barking, guys. It's my dogs. Anytime they see anything outside moving around, they just go crazy. And I'm expecting some prime packages today. Yes, honey. So, guys, I just wanted to tell you, I have gotten into the Bratz dolls. Now, you guys know I'm a Mycene lover, right? And I have probably 100 Mycene dolls, I'm sure. And still got some coming. Tomorrow I have a batch that I bought from a guy on Facebook. It's supposed to be 10 dolls. all mycene. So I'm waiting anxiously on them. I'm hoping that I get everything in before I leave on Monday because I always do a stop mail, hold my mail. So I'm hoping to get those girls tomorrow. And then I have ordered probably 6 or 7 Bratz girls. And they probably won't be here before I leave, but they'll be here waiting when I get back. I love it when I have goodies waiting for me when I come back off vacay. But anywho, so for those of you who are mycene lovers, mycene doll lovers, and are collecting mycenes, of course you know the beef that was between Mattel and MGA about the Bratz dolls and the mycene dolls. And so I've been really looking at those Bratz girls, and some of them are just so cute. And so I've started collecting a few of them, and I am going to rebody them. You know, I'm going to customize and make it my own, of course. But when I was looking at them, I'm like, wow, they look really just like the mycene. Well, I guess the mycene look like them because the MGA Bratz dolls came out first. And then Mattel came along with the mycene girls. And the mycene girls, I have to tell you, do look just like the Bratz, just a smaller head, but really identical almost. And so I got to looking and I thought, I love the mycenes. I love the facial makeup and, you know, all of that. And I love that the features are big so that you can see them. And so I started looking at some of those Bratz, and I had a couple of them in my repertoire here in the drawer, and I pulled them out and I washed them up and fixed them up, and I thought, wow, you guys are just as cute as the mycene. And so I've ordered a few of them. I can't wait to get them in. But anywho, of course they will be rebodied, and I don't know, some of them may come into the storyline because I mean they do kind of look like us anywho, right? Yeah. So if you're interested in the story on that, you know, you can find out information on YouTube and Google that whole Mattel MGA battle over the dolls, and that's for the reason that my scene was discontinued production because they were accused of stealing the patent from MGA and making the mycenes, which I can see that that's probably true because the mycene do look just like the Brats. They're just a smaller version. Um, but they even some of them have the same names like Going Hollywood or whatever. The shoes are pretty much the same. It's just that the Brats stick onto that little peg. But anywho, you can really see the resemblance. You can see why there was a battle going on. Although I hate it because I did love the Mycene girls. Now, one thing I will tell you I love about the Bratz line is that they have way more African American dolls, true African American. Now, they claim that we are African American dolls because we're creamy colored. No, I'm talking about true African American dolls, the dark skin. The Sasha for the Brats, OMG, she is so gorgeous, and there's so many of her. I love that because with the Mycene, they came out with one true African American doll, and that was Jay or Jai, however you want to say it, Jai. And she's so sought after because she was the only true African American Mycene doll. They made one of her, and all of these other Mycene dolls came in varieties, but she was only one. And trying to get your hands on her is like a needle in a haystack. And if you find her, she's usually going to be extremely expensive. Fortunately, I have two of them and I love them. But that is one thing I do love about the Brats is they have a plenty of the actual African American or black, whatever you want to call it. So Sasha dolls. So I have some of them coming. And the Yasmin, I like her. I have some of them coming as well. Um, Anywho, so when I get back from vacay, they will be here and I will show them to you. Tomorrow, hopefully my scene girls will come in and I'll get to show those to you before I leave on vacay. They'll need a bath and all of that. I bought them from a guy who said that they had the smell of smoke. So we'll see how bad it is and what I'll need to do to soak them. But anywho, so that's what's going on. And so I am going to let you get over there and enjoy this show, this juice of the juice. Today is going to be all about me and that little Tylesha. We are at the scenery is at the mall, and we are having some good old conversation, honey. So anywho, you guys get over there and enjoy the show, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh my goodness. Ew.
I am
I
so
haven't done that much
exhausted.
shopping in a long time.
I haven't shopped like that in all my life, I guess. I'm so exhausted. How do you do this?
Oh, child. This is what we do.
I really want to say thank you, Alexis. Like, I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, baby can't be out there without the things that she needs.
Yeah,
So, Miss Talisha, let's just talk.
yeah, I guess we need to. So, I guess we should talk.
Yes, I think we need to talk, honey.
Look, I am so sorry that I've just come into your life and just like totally crashed your world. I didn't mean to do that, Alexis.
What is your angle, little girl? Why now? Why all of a sudden? 23 years, and you decide now to find me.
To be honest with you, having a daughter of my own, it made me just want to know who you are, want to know where I came from. I've been out on my own for some time now, and I've been a little bit of everywhere, here and there. And I took up the exotic dancing world, And recently, since I got pregnant, I had to stop dancing. And it's just been hard for me. I have a baby and I don't even know what to do with her, Alexis. And
All
I'm
the
doing the
more
best
so,
that I
why would
can
you do this? Why would you have a baby? You can't take care of her.
because, unlike you, I didn't have the heart to get rid of her. And I didn't have the heart to leave her behind. I know how bad that hurts and how that felt. I grew up knowing that I had a mother out there somewhere. After my parents were gone, I wanted to find you. And once I got out on my own and started dancing, I saved my money. I hired investigators to find out information on my birth mother. Yeah, it cost me a pretty penny, but it was worth it. I had to find you.
How do I know that you are who you say you are and that this is not just a scam? You see, Darren and I are very, very influential people, honey, in case you don't know. Well, I'm sure you know that. You've done your research.
Yeah, I have.
And we just got through going through a big ordeal with a young lady trying to scam our family, claiming to be pregnant by our son and that she was having his baby, trying to get her grimy hands on our fortune, honey. So, how do I know that you are who you say you are, that this is real?
Look, Alexis, I get it. You guys are very famous people, and I understand that people may come after you, but I am willing to do anything to prove to you that you are my mother. I'm only going off of the evidence that I found. So if it's wrong, okay, I'll apologize. But I'm only going off what they've told me.
Apologize. Do you know how you have wrecked our world? And if you are not my daughter, this is all for naught. You have opened up a can of worms up in this crew, Haneen. And if it's not true, you have opened up a can of worms for nothing.
For nothing, Alexis, it seems to me like you've been hiding a lot in the dark. And it's about time that it came to the light. Now, whether that is me or some other little girl out there that you left behind, it had to come out. It had to come out.
It was supposed to never come out. It was a closed, sealed adoption. They told me that I would never be able to find out anything about you and you would never be able to find me.
So you're telling me that you never thought about that baby girl that you gave away 23 years ago?
I mean, it ain't like it ain't never crossed my mind, but I I knew that I had gave you to a good family and I was satisfied with that and I just went on with my life. I didn't feel no need to turn around and look back and be digging around in the past, honey. I'm not one to be digging in the past.
Okay, that's fine. So you didn't want to dig up your past. You didn't want to know about me. You didn't want to know where I was. But what about this man that might be my father? What about Jahim? You don't think that he had the right to know about me?
Well, frankly, no. Jahim was gone, incarcerated when you were conceived, honey, after you were conceived. And that's the reason why I gave you up for adoption. Because he was gone for a very long time. And I knew I was going to be on my own with no way to take care of no baby. And Jahim had moved on with his life and married my little twin sister, and they got a little child and all that. I didn't feel no need to go disrupting Jahim's life.
Look, I get it. Okay, you wanted to keep me dead and buried. I get it. And I'm sorry. But I had to know. I had to know who my mother was, where I came from. Why do I act the way I act? Why do I go through the things that I go through? And furthermore, like I said, when I had Amber Rose, I was lost. I don't know what to do. I know that I love that little girl and I know that I want to provide a better life for her, but I don't know how to do that. Don't you see that, Alexis?
Oh, I see you don't know what you're doing, honey. Oh, I definitely see that. Traipsing around out here on a bus all the way from Vegas to Chicago with no doggone baby supplies. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm literally flat on my face. I went up to the club trying to pick up some shifts, trying to do something, and he kicks me to the curb. He's like, I can't do anything with the baby. And that's actually the night that I saw you. I saw you in Vegas
Saw me what? Where? How?
at the Gentlemen's Club, Milky.
You was there?
Yes.
You work at that club?
Well, used to. Yeah. I was begging for my job back that night, and that night I saw you up there. And they announced you as Milky. Do you know of all the stories I've heard about Milky?
Well, I was, the thing back then. Everybody wanted some milky.
Yeah, you're quite the name around the exotic dance world. You know, when I picked up exotic dancing, that's all I got. Oh, you look like a little Milky. Oh, there's this girl, Lex, looks just like you. You remind me of her. I
Hmm.
got that everywhere I went in Chicago.
Hmm. Well, Chicago was my stomping grounds. I mean, I did a little dancing in Vegas and a little dancing in Chicago, a little dancing in ATL. I mean, I made a name for myself pretty much worldwide. They all know Milky.
Yeah, like I said, you have no idea how many stories I've heard. I've been around the world myself.
I was the best in the industry.
Hmm.
I taught a many of girls coming up behind me.
Yeah, I must say, you're a hard act to follow.
Yeah, I still got it, girl.
Oh yeah, I definitely saw that that night at Vegas. Like, wow. I mean, it's not like you don't still have the moves, but I'm just like, I can't believe you can still get up there and do
Oh, honey, I keeps it shape, boo. I keeps it tight, keep it right, because I got a man that got Roman eyes, baby. I have to keep it right for that man.
that. Yeah, you definitely still got the moves, Alexis.
You have to let him know that every now and again, Don't let him forget who he married to, honey.
It seems like you guys are really happy.
Well, I mean, we ain't always been all happy go lucky, but we make it work. He got Roman eyes. He's quite the woman's man. Darren.
So, why didn't you go back and be with my father?
Oh, girl, it's such a long, sordid story. Talisha, your father, if that's your father, and if I'm your mother, Jaheim was the love of my life. I was so head over heels in love with Jaheim. We were both young, and you'll get the stories. We'll talk about it another time. My mother was a crackhead. She was out there running the streets, getting high, and had my twin sister. She gave her up for an adoption.
Oh,
She split us
wow.
up. She kept me. She gave away my sister. My daddy, Papa was a Rolling Stone. I didn't know who he was. I didn't meet him till I was maybe probably your age or a little older.
Wow.
He made a child with another woman and ran off, and then he married some woman, but he didn't even know he had kids. And it's a long sort of story. My mama was out in the streets on drugs for a long time, so I ended up fending for myself. And I was ended up with Jaheim. We fell in love, but Jaheim was a street man. He was a thug. Yes, honey. He was out there doing his thing. He was
Oh,
trying to
yeah?
support his mom and dad, and then he took on trying to support me and help me. And so he was out there doing his thing. Well, I begged and pleaded with him to come out of those streets. By then, I was making good money, dancing, and I told him to find another gig, but he wouldn't listen. So anywho, he kept on, and next thing you know, they busted him down, and it was feds, and he knew he was going away for a long time. Well,
Man.
it was after Jaheim left that I confirmed I was pregnant. I suspected before he went, but after he left is when I got the test, and it confirmed that I was indeed pregnant. But Jaheim was trying to take care of his parents. His parents were sick, and I was living there with him. Well, when Jaheim got taken away, I was there with his parents. Well, they couldn't help me. And then, they passed away, and well, I was on my own. And I knew there was no way I could raise no baby on my own. So I didn't have the heart to do no abortion. Girl, that ain't me. I can't kill no baby. So the next best thing was to have you and give you a good home. And the couple that raised you couldn't have kids, and they were screened, and they said it was good. And so we went through with the adoption.
Hmm. Well, I can tell you this if it makes you feel better. Kelly and Terry, they were great parents. They really were. And the first few years of my life, they were great. I mean, you couldn't tell that I wasn't their kid.
So what happened? Did they tell you was adopted before they died? Is that how you started looking?
No, actually, my Evelina aunt is the one that told me I was adopted.
Oh, the adopted mom's sister.
Yes, she had to take me in after my mom passed. That that lady was so mean and evil.
Mm.
Yeah, she threw it up in my face that I wasn't really Kelly's daughter and that I was adopted and she didn't really want me there. And so I left. I took off at 16
Mm.
and I kind of just made my way on my own.
Oh my. I hate to hear that. I mean, I always thought in the back of my mind that I did the right thing. She's with a good family. She's going to have a good life. Not like what I could have offered. I was on the streets fending for myself, being with men, dancing, doing what I had to do to take care of me. And by the time Darren came along, it had been a number of years. Had been 6 years maybe. And I just didn't feel the need to go digging around, not knowing what I might would find or not find.
Hmm. I guess I can respect that. I mean, you had a happy home, happy life. You made a beautiful family. I guess I can respect that and understand why you didn't come back looking for me. But
Well,
I'm here now.
if it's any consolation, it wasn't because I didn't love you, little girl. When I had that baby girl that day in the hospital 23 years ago, it tore me up. It tore me up to do that. I cried when I held you, I kissed you, and I said goodbye because I knew in my heart I could not give you the life you deserved. And I just felt like it was the right thing. And Jaheim was in prison. And by the time Jaheim got out, I was already head over heels in love with Darian. I was on a hot chase, and I was determined to get my man. The feelings that me and Jaheim had eroded away with time. I didn't, I wasn't in love with Jaheim anymore. I loved him. I love him right now. That's my baby. I always loved Jaheim Little Chocolate Cell. But I'm not in love with him. And I fell out of love with him years ago when I met Darren. And yes, I done been through the ups and downs and wrangles with Darren. Yes, honey, he's a womanizer, honey, always has been. But he is a good man and he loves me and we made a family and we just worked through it all. I don't know, Talisha. I don't know what you want to come out of this. What are you looking for?
I just I just want to get to know you. That's all. I want to get to know you, and I want you in my life. I want you in my daughter's life. You know what it's like, Alexis. I have a baby and I don't know what I'm going to do with her, how I'm going to feed her every day and take care of her. I don't know right now in my life. I just
So,
need some guidance. I just need to know that somebody is there. I'm tired of being on my own. I just want family.
so where that baby daddy at?
He's split as usual. He doesn't want anything to do with me or the baby.
Hmm, really?
Yeah, in fact, he doesn't even think that the baby is his because I was dancing.
Was you a get around girl?
No, I didn't even get down like that. I strictly stuck to dancing and that was it.
Hmm. Probably why you ain't got no real money stashed away. Sometimes you have to go outside the box. I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying back in the day, that's how it was. You had to do some little extra party favors to really make the big
Oh,
change.
yeah, so I've heard. And yeah, I mean, I was a pretty good dancer when I was dancing, but yeah, I wasn't like the other girls getting all the money behind the scenes.
Well, good, because those habits are hard to break, and you don't want to set a reputation like that. Trust me, you don't.
Yeah,
So, baby daddy, he don't want no parts of his baby.
no, he doesn't want anything to do with us. He's long gone, Alexis.
Well, let me just tell you something, Henny. If you are my daughter, we will be going after baby daddy. He will take care of his daughter.
Trust me, he doesn't want anything to do with us.
Okay, well, he cannot want nothing to do with you, but he gonna take care of his baby, honey. Yes, and trust me, whoever he is, I can guarantee you he ain't got enough money to come up against us. We have one of the best lawyers in the country, and we will find his behind, and he will financially take care of his baby.
Look, I don't need his help. I mean,
Let me tell you something, little girl.
I can
Stop right
take care
there.
of myself and
Stop
my
right there.
baby.
Okay. If you haven't learned anything from this whole situation, if I haven't learned anything from this whole situation, he got a right to know, and he got a right to have a part, and he got a right to take care of his child. Whether he wants to or not, that's his responsibility. He made her, you kept her, you're raising her, and he gonna help support her, whether he's in your life or not. Oh, he gonna pay some child support, boo.
Yeah, well,
Every little bit is gonna help you. You don't turn down help. You understand? You got a
okay.
lot to learn. You green girl.
I get that. I do. And I don't want you to feel like I'm just here to get money from you because I'm not. I promise you, whatever it is that you do for me and Amber Rose, I will give it back to you
Look,
once I get on my feet and I can
Tylesha,
dance again.
Tylesha, if you are my daughter, you don't owe me anything.
I want to pay
If
you
this is
back.
my grandbaby, she's gonna have everything she needs and then some. We Hensons take care of ours.
I thank you for that.
So you don't worry yourself about how you gonna pay me back. But I do want you to know DNA is in order, boo.
And I
I
don't
can't just take your word for it. I mean, it's possible you're my daughter, but I need proof. I can't just go by the papers that you brought to me because hey, we all know the internet. You know, people internet savvy. They can make up all kind of paperwork on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? So don't
I
take it
get
as
it.
personal. I'm just telling you.
Look, I get it, Alexis. I do. And I have no objection to taking a DNA test. I'm more than willing to take a DNA test. You can dig into my past, into my history. Everything that I just told you is the truth. You can look it up.
Oh, I will. Trust me, honey. Huh, we already got a PI on it.
Well, well, well. This is all about this little Miss Tylesha. Mm-mm-mm. Good old conversation. Drag out some things. You know, it's sounding like she could be Lex's daughter. But can't be too cautious, right? Because we know all of the scams and schemes that go on out there. This could just be an elaborate one. We are going to find out. You just wait and see. Stay tuned to Days in the Lives of Love and Hip Hop Barbie Empire.